What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac's after show, honey. Some of y'all hit me to what some of the ladies was saying on the after show, so I felt like it was only right that I come back and give y'all a video on what the ladies were saying. So I will be playing the audio, you guys, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
Giselle, you actually asked Candace about the charges. You guys are all, I think, sitting down at the table and you asked her about it.
So Candace, a little earlier today, my phone just started vibrating off the table. As I got all these messages and messages and messages. So how you feeling?
I'm stressed. I only very recently filed the charges.
We all had heard the news. I think we were all surprised by it, and everyone had their own opinion about what should or shouldn't happen.
I was like, this just really got real.
The childishness of it all. To take something legally that you know you played a part in and then try to sue me, possibly, and then want to see me in jail.
Excuse me? This is why that bitch should have took her monkey ass to jail, okay? Excuse me, Monique, you are such a flippity-flop. 1 minute your ass is so sorry and she deserves an apology. And oh, now she wants to see me in jail. Bitch, if you beat my ass too, I want to see your ass in jail. And don't you dare bring up them damn kids, because bitch, you wasn't thinking about them damn kids when you was pulling Candace's hair, okay, and acting a fool. You got the damn nerve. Child, I am done with Monique Samuels. They don't have to bring her back for season 6. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what it would take for me to start liking her again. You know, I didn't hate her. I felt neutral towards her, but to me, she just is not likable because she's not even real. She doesn't stick to a story. You have no right to violate somebody the way that you violated Candace and have the audacity to say, well, that's childish. No, that's what happens when you want to throw them damn hands. And Miss Portia Williams, sweetie, I saw some little clip that you put out there. You trying to defend your friend Monique. Bitch, shut your ass up. Okay? Shut up. I've been defending you now when it comes to you and Kenya, and I still stand by what I said because you had every right to drag that bitch across that stage. You had every right. But Portia, you sitting up here coming at Candace saying, well, girl, it ain't that big of a deal, and why you acting like that? And Candace does not fight. Candace is not hood and gutter like you and your friend, honey. She is not that way. Yes, she has a mouth. We all have a mouth, but guess what? I bet you don't go to jail or get no mug shot for talking shit to a person, for calling them every damn name in a book. But when you throw them hands, Portia, you can end up behind bars. Okay, now how you doing? So, I was not feeling Portia. I think she needs to stay over there in Atlanta and deal with the ladies over there in Atlanta. That's how I feel. You're just trying to take up for your friend. You don't know shit about Candace like that. And, that's just what it is. Keep that wide mouth on over there. You make sure you get rid of the damn hot dog king. You get you a man that knows how to treat you. Okay? Because unlike, Mr. Dennis, okay, Chris, Candace's man, he ain't embarrassing her, honey, out in these streets, honey, okay? That's what I cannot stand about some of these women on this show. They got all this mouth, honey, when it come to these women. That's another thing with Ashley was talking all that shit to Candace, you know, in the episode that we just saw this week. And it's just like, Ashley, your man is cheating on you. Like every season, he's grabbing somebody's ass. He's saying he wants to suck somebody's dick. He's always doing something inappropriate to embarrass you. And you're arguing with a lady, Candace, whose man is not doing any of that. Okay, yes, he got some outside children, but we all know about it. Chris is a bomb-ass chef. I told y'all, I like Chris. Chris is kind of sexy. Got that little white chocolate thing going on, honey. Okay, so Portia, you shut your ass up and you get the hot dog king up out your life. Okay, don't you dare get with another womanizing man, honey. Okay, so honey, I had to check Miss Portia on that because I don't want to hear that shit. Y'all bitches need to get y'all shit together. And Monique, there's another story going on about your ass that I believe what the girl Gigi is saying, you guys. I'm going to address it in another video in more detail. But yeah, it's some rumors going around that Monique used to be homeless and she started working for Chris and he had a girlfriend. I believe it. I believe it. And some of y'all keep saying, oh, well, Gigi, she was never a friend. And listen, once you stop being cool with a bitch, you get to tell all her business. Now ask me how I know, because I done had some whores do that to me, but that's just how it goes. That's what these whores do. Okay, yeah, there are friends that, you know, want to make you look bad, this, that, and the third. But there also are some friends that will tell the truth, honey, about where you really came from. And I'm very interested in where Miss Monique came from because I think she came from very humble beginnings. I believe that pastor of hers was saying a word at that table and Bravo like edited it out because he had mentioned, I saw some type of clip or something from one of my favorite YouTubers and she was breaking the story down, honey, and the pastor was saying that Monique used to live in her car. She was homeless before Chris. She could barely, you know, get 4 quarters together, honey. Okay, so Monique, I will be coming for that ass in the next video because I want to know a little bit more about that and we will talk about that then, you guys. But I just had to let y'all know, honey, Miss Monique, honey, she ain't squeaky clean, boo-boo, okay?
I was just like, wow. I think that at that point, you know, Candace had waited a while before she actually pressed charges.
I think that it's safe to say that I was probably expecting to hear from Monique. I was expecting her to call me or text me because I just knew that it would be, yeah, you know, girl, I lost my cool. You know, we were having a back and forth and it became, you know, something that I should have walked away from. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it had to go there. I had rehearsed in my mind the different versions of how she was going to call and say that she was sorry.
And my thing with that is Candace, like I said, and like she just said, she waited to file those charges. And as soon as she did, that stupid ass Robin and Giselle, they get to saying, well, why you do that? And we don't want her to go to jail. Did the situation happen to you? And what did y'all think the girl was going to do? Giselle, you just said in the past episode, in the one before this past episode, I should say, you was like, I would have filed charges that night. So as soon as the girl does that, you flip-flopping whores get to telling her, oh, well, it's not that serious and we don't want to see her, you know, in jail and she got kids. Don't nobody care about that. You put your hands on somebody, okay? And your ass need to go to jail, okay? Period. But I heard that the judge then threw out both cases because I guess Monique had a case against her. I don't know why, but he threw it out, you know. But Monique, you don't stand to learn a very valuable lesson, okay? You stand to learn one. Keep your hands to yourself. You need to get your reading skills up. Not reading from a book. I'm talking about getting a bitch together type of reading, okay? You need to learn to match Candace, and you whores on this show, y'all can't do it. That's why y'all don't like her. They don't like that she's young, you guys, and she has such a savage mouth. They don't like that. They want somebody that's poor and that they can control, and girl, Candace, don't you dare dim your light for the ladies on this show, honey, okay?
My bad. And it never came. No call, no text, no smoke signal, no singing telegram.
Singing telegram.
It was radio silence.
Till today?
To this day. To this day. To this day. I mean, I guess you could consider her writing me a song, her speaking to me. She did write me a whole song. That was her way of communicating with me. But outside of that, I have not heard from her at all.
This is one of those moments of Shakespearean, misunderstandings and miscommunications. Like, to my understanding, Monique was about to reach out to Candace and apologize. She was composing a letter or an email or something like that. And
it's just a little too late. She waited too late, okay? She waited too late. Remember, a week went by. She still had no remorse. She still was sitting on ready, still sitting on 10. So there's something wrong with Miss Monique Samuels, and I think she needs to go to therapy and counseling, and she needs to get her stuff together, seriously. And for some reason, you guys, I'm not trying to put nothing bad out there in the universe with her and Chris, but I don't see her marriage lasting. I think they will continue to kind of go strong, but for some reason, I see it coming to an end. I do not feel, for some reason, I just get this feeling she's not all that attracted to him. I just don't. Yeah, he got money and all of that and luxury and, but I don't feel like she married him for the right reasons. It was definitely, just for a come up. And of course, women marry, people for a come up, but you should be interested in the person and love them as well. But I don't know. I just, we got the story with the trainer and stuff. I believe that Gigi girl. I don't care what nobody say. I believe it. I could see all of that.
And I think if Candace knew that, she might not have filed the charges. And if Monique had moved a little quicker, it also might not have happened.
I think a part of her waiting, she waited for whatever reasons, but I think a part of it was she really did feel like Monique was her friend. And she didn't want to throw her friend, under the bus.
I don't deal with the law. I don't deal with the, with the court. I don't do none of that. I pay my taxes and I mind my business. I don't want to deal with the court, with the law. I need this to go away. Mm-hmm. So the fact that I had to go and do that, to this day, it makes my sternum heavy to think about that I had to do that. It's not comfortable. I wasn't comfortable doing it. I didn't want to have to do that.
But as time went by, and as Candace was getting, just as Robin would say, bullied on social media, losing jobs, it's very clear that Monique is going around single-handedly laughing, trying to destroy Candace's life.
But I'm also not going to let you sun me or play me or come at me sideways. You want to play dirty? Okay, bitch, let's dance. Okay? Let's dance at this Montgomery County Courthouse. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that.
At that point, Candace.
Y'all hear Wendy, she just cracking up at Candace. Candace is a fool. Candace, you are crazy, girl. But like I said, you may not know karate, but you need to learn karate. Yes, you do. You need to pick up some type of kickboxing. That way, one of these whores get out of line again on this show, because I see it happening. you're ready, because you really could have took Monique. Yeah, she is a bit taller than you, but you could have dragged her little skinny ass. She about as skinny as you. Well, you may be a little bit smaller, but still, you could have, got a few more hits in. Okay. Miss Robinson showed enough will. Okay. She would have grabbed her by that skinny ass, giraffe ass neck she got and would have bang, 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 honey. Okay. Shout out to my boy John Witherspoon, honey. Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah. That girl can go straight to jail. As a matter of fact, put the jail on top of her house. Candace at that point had it, and rightly so. Like, enough already.
Well, where was all this talk, Giselle, when your ass was at that damn table that we just saw y'all at? So her and Robin, all this flip-flopping, I can't.
We were all feeling just really bad for Candace. Well, except Ashley.
It made me look at Candace a little bit like, you did that? Like, you would actually do that? Knowing if...
Girl, you's a scammer your damn self. You married that 100-year-old man just for a big come-up, okay? You married that man for money. You're having another one of his babies. You got all these prenuptials and postnuptials just, to solidify the bag. You know what I'm saying? You're not even a genuine person. I wouldn't even want to hear your damn opinion. Like, girl, you grew up in a damn tent. Girl, bye. Shit.
Everything that's at stake for Monique.
I got 3 whole kids here.
Why your punk ass wasn't thinking about them 3 kids when you was out here fighting? Okay, where were they at in your mind? Okay, so girl, bye.
And for her to go down that road, to me, was just so unnecessary. It was very nasty, and it really just showed her true character.
I understood that Candace felt like she'd been wronged and that she was upset, but to take it to that level just made me feel a little bit like...
Ashley, shut up. It didn't happen to you, okay? And her and Monique, you guys, I don't even think they have a real friendship. I think it's like more or less an alliance. I think Monique got them tapes of Michael doing something inappropriate at that little party Monique had, okay? But honey, you ain't heard it from me.
Really? We had 2 people in this fight. And to sit there and talk about Monique's situation, whatever that is, based upon the charges, to me was not fair. And I didn't need to be a part of that conversation because it would seem as though I was choosing. And I wasn't. I wanted the best for Monique and I wanted the best for Candace. It was a difficult position to be in this season. And so as many times as I needed to excuse myself from any conversation concerning that fight, I tried my best to do it.
How do y'all feel about Karen? Do you feel like Karen needs to pick a side? Please put it down in the comments. In this situation, do you feel like Karen needs to just pick a side already? Or do you feel like she's playing it right by being neutral? I personally feel like if you're both of their friends, then just be neutral. But Karen, like I said before in my other video, you can't be making these little side comments about, well, I would have pressed charges and I would do. You can't do that. Because then it kind of seems like you more on Candace's side. Then Candace is mad at you because, it looked like you on Monique's side. Do you see what I'm saying? You really have to be neutral and say nothing because anything you say, it can and will be used against you.
Ashley continues to defend Monique, and she does so at the sip and see.
It actually started with a yelling match on both sides. That, from what I understand, escalated. You were in her face, not saying she was right. I was not in her face. You were in her face. Were you there?
Ashley, you weren't there. You weren't there, Ashley.
The bitch wasn't even there, but she knows everything. I cannot take her trailer park staying ass seriously at all. I can't. And you got the nerve to get pregnant again. Girl, you can't even find a babysitter for baby number 1. So I already know it's going to be daddy daycare all up and through them episodes next season. And honey, Miss Robinson ain't here for it, okay?
I don't even want to hear what you got to say about this, Ashley, because you weren't there. You were on the toilet. Your pants were around your ankles.
Exactly.
You were not seeing the So her view will always be skewed.
I understand that I wasn't there to see the fight. I didn't have to be there to know that Neil Armstrong walked on the moon.
Shut your ass up.
Well, Ashley and Monique have grown. I mean, I even question their defense of one another so quickly without seeing facts sometimes. You know, I get that. But I wouldn't expect anything less than that from Ashley. That's how she and Monique rolls, and I respect it.
So I believe it's like that alliance type thing. I really think it's that she chose to be on Monique's side because she didn't want to lose Monique's support versus Candace.
Right on, Robin.
In my opinion, yeah.
It's just frustrating to me because I feel like Candace doesn't really understand that I have a friendship with Monique, and she just so much wants to believe that our friendship is fake.
It is.
She wants to believe that we're going to turn on each other.
Y'all will.
This is all for show. It's very hard for her to think.
Right.
If they bring Monique back, because like I told y'all, at this point, she ain't got to come back. I kind of wanted her to come back because I wanted Sharice to get on the show. Because I feel like Sharice got some tea on Monique. And honey, Miss Robinson don't mind learning a few more things about Miss Samuels, honey, okay?
Believe that we actually do have a real friendship. And the thought of any of that going to the full mile and her ending up in jail and being away from her kids was...
All of that is her fault and don't nobody give a damn.
Gut-wrenching for me.
When they read the charges and what could have happened, Ashley, who is a new mom, took that I think she took it the most to heart because if anything happened to Monique, she would literally be away from her kids.
Of course she's going to defend her friend, you know? And of course she's, you know, especially if they feel that she feels that the group is coming against Monique and Candace is sitting right there saying, oh, she doesn't deserve to go to jail? Of course Ashley's going to say something. Ashley's a new mom, but that spirit has not died, okay?
This is someone who was not physically privy. Like, your eyes did not land on the chain of events. So how is it that you have such an opinion?
She, you know, probably had conversations with Monique.
I understand. Because you have allowed Monique to lay it on thick, the bullshit that she wanted you to know.
Mm-hmm.
So Monique is giving Ashley and feeding Ashley this one-sided story that is not true.
Yeah.
I can imagine that Ashley's sort of in a tough position because she wants to believe her friend Monique, but she also knows that, like, we wouldn't make stuff up. She almost got a pass because she wasn't forced to make tough opinions or assumptions about her friend because she didn't see it. So it's like, where Karen was there, she saw it. Karen is no excuse.
I understand why Ashley did that, and that was a good friend to Monique at the time. But my position, the only position I could take was to remove myself because I cared for both of them.
I was not here for Ashley in that moment, and I didn't want to hear from her. I didn't want to hear anything she had to say. I feel like she was operating at a deficit. You are operating in a space of not knowing what is going on. Mm-hmm. So just sit there and eat your food.
Yeah, she definitely is operating at a deficit in that marriage with Michael, okay? Because, girl, it's a whole mess.
Monique is my friend, and I still have some sort of relationship with Candace. So, quite frankly, my outlook and my perspective on this issue is just as valid as everybody else.
Candace...
No, it's not, because immediately after the fight happened, you immediately took Monique's side, and, oh, she was getting up in your face, and she does do that, and that means that the making up that you and Candace did, it was fake. As soon as something happened with Monique, you immediately took Monique's side instead of being neutral, so girl, bye. You's a fake bitch, and I hope Michael gets his ass beat by Chris. I do. He needs it. Oh my God, if anybody need their ass beat, it's Michael.
He makes a comment that you're being paid to defend Monique.
Is she paying you as well to speak for her, be her mouthpiece?
You have been very aggressive toward me. I don't know what Candace is thinking. I made it very clear to her. I'm already married.
And Ashley, you're not aggressive. And I think that something that I never really talked to you guys about, and y'all know I don't really like to play the color card, but I just have to call it out what I see. And I could be wrong, or rarely, honey, am I wrong? Okay. I feel like, and this is just me looking at it, this is a light-skinned woman telling you all this. I feel like they allow Ashley to run amok on this show simply because she's mixed. Candace does things. Y'all know Candace is the dark brown one, and it is like she is a real hell on wheels. I told y'all in their interviews, Robin and Giselle, oh, Candace is just so nasty, and she's so annoying, and she does this, and she does that, and you be wanting to smack the shit out of her. And I'm just like, why don't y'all ever talk like that about Ashley? Ashley does whatever she wants, and it's kind of like she gets this pass. She does. Nobody be wanting to fight her. Monique, you didn't try to beat Ashley's ass. See, that's when it would have been justified for you to beat somebody's ass, because the bitch was out here ruining your reputation, saying that you was an alcoholic, okay? And you crashed that car because you drink too damn much. They accused your ass of drinking when y'all was on y'all way to that little trip. What was it, Tanima Colon or whatever the hell y'all went? Yeah, you would have been justified in whooping Ashley's ass, but you didn't do it. You didn't do that. You just had words with her. But with Candace, you want to fight and, oh, I'm pregnant and all, I'll drag you. She was so nasty and trashy, you guys, with Candace versus Ashley. So I just sit up and I watch Ashley just skate by. And I believe, okay, I don't care what nobody says, I believe it's because she's mixed. It's kind of like she's non-threatening. And I've kind of been around some of that behavior where people will let somebody lighter skin get away with something, you know, because of the shade of their skin, and, you know, they light, they mix, they're, you know, angelic, and we know the bitch is far from it, okay? Candace, in my opinion, does not do any more than anybody else on this show. You know, does she get aggressive with people? Hell yeah, they get aggressive with her. What is she supposed to do? I think that people want Candace to be, you know, like a punk. And she, you know, sticks up for herself, and she gathers these bitches. That's what I love about her. She gets them together, and it's like they cannot take it. And that's why Monique couldn't take it, and she lost the argument. She had to put her hand, she had to pull a weak ass move by putting her hands on Candace, because I can't beat you with my mouth. I'm not intellectual. I'm not intelligent like that. The bitch ain't even been to college. All you are is Chris Samuel's wife, and Miss Not for Lazy Moms. Okay, so girl, bye.
Married to a millionaire, honey. Like, I already got some commas in my bank account. I'm doing just fine. I don't really need the Samuels to provide me any coinage.
She has, as she did with
Ashley, please, you'll do anything for $1. Anything. Look at what you putting up with for all that money. This man is embarrassing you. You looking a fool. Ashley is a joke, and she's a joke that's not funny no more. It's like, to me, it's not comedy. It's like, it's just sad. Do you see what I'm saying? What a person would do just for some money. You'll sell your damn soul. You don't stand for anything. You are your scamming ass mammy.
Tom, Dick, and Harry, and blog, and fake journalist, and whoever would listen, she has given you her lie of a story.
Listen, again, you're talking to the wrong chick. I don't do bloggers. I don't pay bloggers. I wish them well. But that sounds like a reach, doesn't it to you?
And Karen, according to Monique, you do know bloggers, and y'all know the same bloggers. So I can't wait for that to be addressed at the reunion. You know, I can't wait to figure out where Karen and Candace is going to end up, because I think they go fall out. I could see it. And Monique and Karen, they may end up falling out because of some of the shit that Karen is saying. So that's going to be interesting. Y'all get down in my comments. Let me know what y'all think.
That sounds realistic to you?
there are a lot of things you can reach for, but that just really isn't one of them. Candace knows full on well that I have a real relationship with Monique. She can say whatever she wants and try to denigrate and really just downplay our relationship, but quite frankly, the friendship I have with Monique is real, and she really knows it. Candace needs to go kick rocks and think about herself, do a little bit of self-reflection, and leave me the hell alone.
That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do, because at least she's not with her man just for money. And people keep trying to drag Candace's man. Oh, he just makes barbecue and he ain't nobody. And at least she loved that man. And Candace came from money, so she doesn't have to marry for money like you and your broke ass mammy that then grew up living in tents and trailer parks and, you know, just being on the bottom in life, period.
Well, Robin, you are always early this season, even when you are late. So you are the absolute very first to arrive before Wendy and Eddie even get there.
Oh my God. Hi, how are you? I'm all by myself. But like getting there early, I was like, oh, this is going to make me start being late again, because I was literally like looking around, walking around, like, okay, does anyone need help setting up? Like, I'm about to start being late again.
I told y'all that nigga go come out of Robin like, shit, I'm about to be on some real CP time. Says, I'm on time, ain't nobody here. I told y'all. I thought that was so funny.
I would rather walk in when the party's jumping than when no one's there.
I had a very good indication that this was going to be a grand fete when I realized the party started at like 8 o'clock at night. And really, in Nigerian time, that means like 11 o'clock at night.
Nigerian time means if the invite says 6, the celebrants are not coming in till 10.
That's yes.
So you have to be very clear. We're saying 6 because we want you to start getting ready in hair and makeup by 6.
The hell with all that. I come to the damn party. I will leave if we're not starting up. I ain't got time. I don't care where you from. One thing with Wendy is she's too defined, I feel, with her education. I get it, you guys. She's a smart woman. Y'all know I do like Wendy. But everything is, well, in Nigeria, I get that it's her culture and, you know, that's where she comes from and this, that, and the third. But honey, over here, we don't care about that. We come and the party needs to start or I'm getting my ass up and I'm leaving. Okay?
So you can be in your car by 8:39 so you can come at 10. I've been to a couple.
Oh, they really on some serious CP time, honey.
Nigerian parties, and I know that they do things different. They party all night long. It never starts on time. So, you know, I was prepared for all of that, but this was on a whole nother level. Like, I really enjoyed myself.
That is Nigerian culture, and that wasn't even big. Like,
did y'all see the baby at the little sip and see? Wendy's daughter Cameron, she was just so cute, and I love what Wendy and her husband had on, and the little baby was matching them. Just so cute.
That was just like you want to do a sip and see? Okay, let's do a sip and see. Come on, let's get together. Like, that was, listen. That was what I like to call the prelude. That is the prelude to Nigerian culture.
I was and I am just over the moon that America, that these United States and the global community are getting to see a narrative of a black woman that we don't normally get on primetime television. This sip and see was so black and so African and so Nigerian and so culturally rich and fun. It was everything. It was everything. It was everything.
We didn't even bring in like the live band. Yes. We didn't even bring in the masquerade. Like, we
see you and Ray going a little walk together. You're talking a little bit more about what's going on in your relationship.
Ooh. I am grasping for straws here because the disconnect that we're experiencing, I'm wondering the businesswoman I'm becoming, the public personality I'm becoming? Are those things intimidating to you?
I've been married to Ray for 24 years. For 17 years, my name was not Karen. It was Ray's wife, Brandon's mom, or Raven's mom, which was super cool. And, I think it was very challenging for Raymond to see me grow outside of that role.
You have to remember, she was raised that the women didn't do the work. That was for the men. And if you hear Ray speaks that way as well. So when Karen is now at a point where she's a new generation woman, she wants to be out there working and doing her thing. That wasn't how she was raised, to think that women were supposed to really be the head of household or be the breadwinners. And Ray didn't grow up thinking that way either.
Who gives a damn about how he grew up? Shit. You gotta get with the times. You have to have respect for your mate. Like I said in my review, people are going to grow, evolve, and change. And it's very selfish of him to allow her to just be his wife all these years and she only support him. And then when it's time for him to support her, his old Grady off of Sanford and Son looking ass can't do it. It's just ridiculous to me. It's redundant. And like I told y'all, Karen needs to leave him. She does. Do I think she will? Probably not. But, you want to enjoy the rest of your life. And you don't want to be with somebody that's grumpy and that just cannot support your success. And to me, it's like, he resents her success and, you've let it go to your head. Karen does not even act like that. Seriously, Karen does not act like that. That ego is in check. To me, Karen comes off as very humble, and you could just see it when she went back to Siri, and visited her family. They all love her, and she's very family oriented. And a lot of people, once they get a certain amount of success, they feel like they don't need their family no more. Maybe they too broke to keep up with them. Y'all know how people act. So I just feel like Ray is too old fashioned. And, she should probably get rid of him. He represents dead weight. Just because you spent that long with somebody, that does not mean that, you owe them the rest of your life, especially if they're going to be treating you, the way that he's been treating her. So hopefully it's just a phase. But Karen, honey, you can get that back blown out by some nice younger man, honey, because you still look good. Okay. You still got what it takes. And you can have Ray, he probably can't even get his shit up, and he gotta take all Viagra and vitamins and shit. Like, ain't nobody got time for no struggle dick with some unsupportive ass man. Yes, I said it, honey. Okay.
Certainly had an impact on us because I'm dedicated to my brand. I'm dedicated to building my business one stone at a time, and I was guilty of not striking a balance with that, and it did not help my marriage at all. I think it made Ray feel less important to me, which was not the case.
He kind of says, he thinks maybe the fame has gone to your head a little bit.
I was just wondering whether you realized that possibly some of this fame and fortune has gone to your head.
Look, I am one big bubble of an ego, okay? Hello. So that shouldn't even be a question.
All right, you guys, I'm going to end that right there. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the Real Housewives of Potomac Aftershow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.